This is a very powerful, very profitable trading strategy, and this is the strategy that I use to take a short from right up here and basically hold it all the way down here for a juicy TP1. This can be used for longing and shorting, but I'm going to go over the short example. The opposite is true for longing. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications because we are bringing you the juiciest Bitcoin trading strategy videos here on YouTube. So the first thing we are going to do is we are just going to be watching price as it unfolds. And if we make a significant high or a significant low on the chart, we are going to mark that out. So if I had come to this blank chart, I would mark out this high and I would also mark out this low right here. Okay. Now, last night we put in this high. It was the high of the move to the upside so far. Very important. You always want to mark that out. And then of course, this was the low of the day, and so we always want to mark this out as well. So the first thing we're going to do is just mark out where did price make a high and where did price make a low. Why are we marking this out? The most basic idea when it comes to trading is buy low and sell high, and unfortunately most of us let our emotions get in the way and we buy high and sell low. If we mark out clear levels of high and low on a chart, it gives us a framework, a context from which to identify what is objectively high, what is objectively low, and once price gets there, we know we should be looking for a trade entry. If you want to take advantage of trading on ByBit with 0% limit fees, check out the link in the description and pinned comment of the video. If you use the Jason Casper affiliate link and deposit $100, not only do you get 0% limit fees, those fees really cut into your profits, but if you deposit $100, you get 1 month free of our amazing tool, the Crypto Fusion Trading Bot. This tool will trade for you and you get it for a month for free. Also, if you want to join the community where we give the trade setups and the levels every single day, calling the bottom from 19,552 and giving every major bottom along the way up during the past few weeks. We do 3 live streams a day. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to learn how to trade this way, all right, because we don't want to be trading if we don't know what we're doing, check out the course, 20% discount. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. How to actually do this and do this right with a systematic approach using good risk management, having a well-tested strategy that actually works, and also just understanding where you should be looking for a trade, coming to a chart and making a plan. Now, once we mark out the high or the low, we wait. And then when price comes back to test that high or low, we wait and we look and we observe what is happening on the chart. If the price comes back to the high and slightly takes it out and puts in a higher high, and we see on our oscillator, I use Market Cipher B, you can use whatever oscillator you want, you see a bearish divergence where the price is making a higher high and our momentum oscillator is making a lower high. For me, I also very, very powerful to see the money flow on Market Cipher B getting lower. This is now step 2, telling me now is the time to really be looking for a trade. All right. We have marked out the high, no trade here. We have taken out that high with bearish divergences. This is now triggering us to say, time to start looking for a short. What is the setup going to be? We are not going to be catching a rising knife here. What we are going to be doing is shorting a retest. We need some kind of confirmation that price is indeed going to continue to the downside. What we are going to do is once we put in that higher high with the bearish divergence and we start to reject, we are going to be pulling our Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low. Okay, from the high to the low. And every single low we put in, we're going to be pulling the fib from the high to the low, and we are going to be waiting for price to come into a very key zone. So let me kind of show you how this would look in real time. Once we start to take out that high and reject with bearish divergences, we are now going to be pulling our fib. We'll first start by pulling it to the high to the low, and we will mark out the zone in between the golden pocket and the 786 right here. Okay, we're going to mark this out and say if price comes up into here, this is where we will look for our entry. And we're going to let price action kind of play out as it does. Ooh, wow, a pretty big drop right there. Pretty big drop right there. Okay, so far, we have not ever come back to test the Fibonacci golden pocket. Now, something else that we very much so need to pay attention to, and this is very crucial for this trading strategy, is we don't even want to look for a trade at the Fibonacci golden pocket 786 unless the price changes market structure locally. What does that mean? On the way up, in the uptrend, we were making consecutively higher highs and higher lows. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. As soon as we put in a low, that's lower than the previous higher high in the uptrend, this now triggers us to say we have changed market structure on a lower term time frame. Now, if price comes back into that zone between the 618 and the 786 fib, I will seriously look for a trade. Just in case anybody doesn't know, these fib levels are when you double click your fib retracement tool, you're going to put on your 618 and your 786. That's all you should care about. And draw a box around those two levels. Then when price comes back up into that box, this is where you're going to be looking for your trade. Okay, so you can see here, price comes back right into the box. And this is where we would look for our trade. So again, let's go over the steps. Price makes a high, no trade. We're just watching. Price takes out the high with bearish divergences, piques our interest. Price changes market structure locally, very much so interested. Price is coming back into our box between the 618 and 786. This is where we look for the trade. What do we look for? Two things. Number one, trigger wave on market Cipher B. We want to see the momentum continuing to get lower and curving up, printing a top as we come into the box. The second thing we want to look for is bearish CVD divergences. In order to find that, we can go to a tool called coinalyze.net. Coinalyze.net, it's a free tool. You're going to go ahead and turn on indicators, and you're going to search for CVD. Put that on, cumulative volume delta, and you're going to search for open interest. Put both of those things on. What you want to see as price comes into the box that we have marked out between the 618 and the 786 is the following. You want to see, let's come down to the, let's come right here. We want to see price making lower highs over time. Okay, price making lower highs over time. And we want to see this green line right here making higher highs over time. And we also want to see the open interest getting higher over time. Why are we looking for these things? This is called bearish absorption. What this means is that as the price is coming up to test this key area, this Fibonacci golden pocket retest zone, after all our other confirmations I've already printed on the chart, that there are whales absorbing the retail traders, FOMOing long, thinking we're going to break out and put in another higher high. This is my whale. It's a horrible drawing of a whale. It looks like a goldfish. But the reason this is happening is because the green line is showing us our trades longing or shorting. If the green line is getting higher, like this, getting higher over time, that means there are more traders longing than shorting. If the green line is getting lower, that means there are more traders shorting than longing. If there are more traders longing than shorting, price should go up and make a higher high. If price is not making a higher high, although we're seeing more trades long than short opening up, the only explanation for this is there is a whale up here that has big limit orders set at this area, and he's filling up his limit orders, his limit short orders, using the retail traders' long orders to fill his short orders. Think about it. I can only sell something if there's somebody to buy. And I can only buy if there's somebody to sell. If I'm a big player and I want to open up a big sell order, I need a lot of people that are willing to buy my Bitcoin. This guy sees the retail traders willing to buy, so he's selling, baby, and he's going to push the price to the downside. And that's exactly the two things we are going to look for to get into those trades. So just to recap, guys, we just mark out the key levels. We wait for price to retest that level and put a divergence. We wait for a local market structure change. We wait for price to come into the golden pocket 786 zone. We look for trigger waves and we look for absorption. When we see those things, we enter into the short position. For me, I put my stop loss above the 786 because the hypothesis for my entire trade is that we are getting a retest from this box, meaning if price comes higher than the box, my idea is wrong and I need to get out of the trade. The take profits, I always take multiple take profits, but you could take a take profit one at the previous low. This gives you a 2-to-1 risk reward, or oftentimes I shoot for a 3-to-1 risk reward on the trade, TP1, and then stop loss to entry, and then if it rides, it rides. So guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications. We are bringing you the juiciest content out there. You're not going to find this content on other YouTube channels. So, God bless everybody. In the name of Jesus, even if you're not religious, I still pray you're super blessed, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace!